I encountered another pig. In fact, I encountered 2 pigs.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Wednesday. Time to do sparking all day. It's also New Year's Eve. We'll see how this works out. I did sparking all day on Christmas Eve. That turned out to be interesting. A lot of shopping. Maybe the same thing will happen here on New Year's Eve. People home watching ball games and stuff like that. So let's see, what do I got? I got a shopping order, and it's a little over $31, 15 miles. Takes about an hour. There's this two shopping, so it's probably quite a few items in each of those, but the $31 sounds pretty good, and 50 miles doesn't sound bad either. So anyway, on the Walmart, and then the shopping. I'll see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off those shopping orders, brought me all the way out here to Odenville, and just as I was made the delivery, another shopping order popped up, but I didn't even accept it. It was like $15 for 23 miles, and I said no. Anyway, I am temporarily stopping sparking because unfortunately, when I already had accepted this offer and I was on the way, burglar alarm on my parents' house went off. So I looked at the camera, I couldn't see anything, so I turned it off. I think it's a mouse that triggered it. But I looked at the camera, I didn't see any movement in there. So but better safe than sorry. I'm going to quickly go over there, check it out, and since I'm over there, I may just continue sparking over there. So we'll see. Depends what's going on. So in the meantime, I'm heading back to the house and get a couple things, and then investigate the burglary. So see you in a little bit. I just left my parents' house. Everything is okay. I think it was either a mouse or a bug that traveled. I have an internal security. I have Simply Safe. No product endorsement here, but I am what you call house poor. The current house we live in now, this is the house that we're going to retire in, but we still have our old house. It's very small. That's why we were looking for. And we're in the process of trying to get that cleaned out and get ready to fix up. But I have Simply Safe for that system. But also, unfortunately, I have inherited my parents' house. It's very old. It was built in the early 70s. It's a ranch style. In fact, still got a lot of my parents' stuff in there. It's hard, guys. It's really hard to go through stuff, and especially when you took care of your mother for 4 years after your dad passed, and hard to go through all that. But once we get our other house cleaned out, sold, then got tackled my parents' house. But it's hard to do when you have no job, and you need to make money to pay some bills. Anyway, enough of the sad story. But I went in there. So I have a Simply Safe system over there, and it just as I was getting ready to go for this morning shopping, ding ding ding, the alarm went off. This has happened before. I got not only do I have Simply Safe system, I also got internal camera, but I also have Blink cameras, from Amazon. I got 2 on the outside, and I got another one in another part of the house. So when I see that, I quickly checked the cameras, and I hadn't seen no motion, nothing moving. That's okay, because I do have a motion detector inside the house. So that, and I think what's happening is it's a mouse. I've got traps. I got traps everywhere to try to catch them. But you come over. I just come here and investigate. It's better safe than sorry. And keep peace of mind. But yeah, it's dealing with and plus my parents' house is full of and we have my parents have a half basement. All my dad's tools and junk is still down there. When I get time, gotta go through. A lot of my dad's tools are old. A lot of them old Craftsman. You can't find stuff like that. Still got my dad's lawnmower down there. You got parts hanging. Still he bought parts to the lawnmower and all that is hanging on the floor joists. Still in the packaging. Then the packaging has turned yellow. The clear plastic's turned yellow. But yeah, everything's okay. So now I thought about trying to do sparking around here like I did Sunday, but I just want to be closer to home today and get some stuff done. Like I said, on Wednesdays I try to spark and stay home and make some money while I'm resting, doing some work and all that. So heading back there. But yeah, it's been an eventful morning. So anyway, I'm going to head back to Pell City. I'm going to turn the spark back on as I get close. Maybe I pick up a shopping order. Like I said before, I had a shopping order right after I finished the second one, but it wasn't too good. But there's an incentive going on for taking orders from yesterday and today. So that's another thing important. So anyway, let's head on back home and see if we can get an order. So see you in a little bit. Well, just as I got a little close to home, I just now picked up a shopping from Walmart. It's a pharmacy pickup and a drop off, but shopping. So plus I'm going to an apartment and pharmacy. So I've done a pharmacy pickup before. I think it may be. It says one drop off. I don't know if it's. I think it may be one shopping order, but including that is a pharmacy pickup. I think that's what it is. So anyway, approaching the exit and then heading to Walmart, shopping, and then to the customer. See you in a little bit. I just dropped off that shopping order over in Raglan, and I just now saw something that I never thought I was seeing. I encountered another pig. In fact, I encountered two pigs. But I'm in a neighborhood in Raglan, which is a normal neighborhood, and there was a pig sleeping by the side of the road. And there was another car coming. I slowed down and pointed to the pig and said, "Watch out for the pig!" And it was a big old pig. And there was another pig standing up next to him. I mean, this is downtown Raglan in a neighborhood, and there are pigs. Yeah, that's now I understand, like I said, when I encountered that first pig, one of the first videos that I did, they had a pet pig out in the front yard, but they're out in the woods, you understand, but this is in their neighborhood. So wow. So anyway, I'm gonna head back to town. Maybe I'll pick up another shopping order. I'm sorry. Who would have thought encounter a pig sleeping by the road in the middle of a neighborhood in a downtown area? Well, it has to be a pet, even though he's big, and the other they got to be pets, So anyway, heading back to Pell City. In fact, I'm going right by the Walmart on my way home. Maybe I'll pick up another shopping order. So let's see what happens. And this has been a strange day. First, potential burglary in my parents' house. Now a pig by the road. So anything can happen. All right, see you in a little bit. Well, it's just a little bit after 11. I've already had my lunch, and I picked up a shopping order with 2 drop-offs. Probably got quite a few items. Says it's going to take an hour to do, but it's like let's see here. Yeah, it's almost $40, $37.83 with at 8.5 miles. So 2 drop-offs, probably got quite a few items. So that doesn't really bother me. But it's almost $40. So anyway, on to Walmart we go. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that order. The funny thing is, the 2 orders, they're neighbors right next to each other. I didn't realize it started straying away. I said, "Oh, you need to turn around." I said, "What?" And I noticed the numbers. Bixby. Take screenshot. I just accepted a small shopping, almost $17 for 10 miles. A few items, but the 2 before that were the mileage and dollars were the same, and quite a few items I rejected both of those. But this one seems to be a little bit better, and it's in Pell City. I don't have to drive far, but yeah, the first one was it was like $12 for 13 miles. The other one was like $8 for 9 miles, but this is almost $17 for 10 miles, so that's a little bit better. And it's like 8 items, you know, it's supposed to take about 39 minutes total. But this one was a big one. This was almost $40 for 2 items, and it took me amount altogether just over an hour. So yeah, you know, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, customer slightly upset the second one because she texted me and said trying to get she wanted a specific mozzarella cheese made from whole milk, and Walmart didn't have it, or Substitution. And she said, well, I'll just take any mozzarella. Well, Walmart won't let you do that, and you gotta go and either put it in take any Substitution thing. And so no matter what I did, I couldn't. Of course, I can't take any mozzarella, you know, because it doesn't work that way. It didn't give me a choice. It did not give me a choice to suggest a substitution. I think that's up to the customer when they first order. I think the way they do it, you know, if you put an item, would you accept any substitution is not found? And I think she may have said, no, I want whole milk. And they didn't have whole milk mozzarella cheese at all. So I guess she said she would get some later, but that's the only thing that happened. So yeah, so back to Walmart to do a small little shop, not too far. Hopefully it won't take long. So on to Walmart we go, and then shopping. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that small little shop, but it took me very, very nice neighborhood. I've been in this area before, but usually when I come into the neighborhood, I turn left, but I turn right, which I've done once before. But this took me almost all the way to the end of that road that you turn right, and it's nothing but lake houses, beautiful lake houses. Well, actually, it's river houses. This is the river, not the lake. But you know, on this side, houses by the water. This side, houses are a little higher, but they can overlook the houses and look at the river. It's very nice. I bet you this place right now, you know, it's actually warmed up today. It's 55 degrees. So. But I can't imagine what this place looks like in the summertime, or in fall and spring. But yeah, very nice neighborhood, very nice houses, and I think that they're established. They've been here for, you know, at least 20 years. They don't look like new construction. They look like they've been here a while. But you know, that's just my opinion. I'm not an expert. Just from my time renovating the current house we're in, and looking at how things are going. But yeah, ooh, pickup. I don't want to do a pickup. Don't want that. All right, I got another shopping. $26 for 14 miles. Takes about, looks like a pharmacy pickup, plus some shopping. Yeah, I had another one pop up, and it was just a pickup. No, I'm not doing pickups. Not from Pell City. But the shoppings I do. So it's like 25.59, 14.8. Looks like it's 2 stops, but it looks like it's pharmacy and a drop off. So I was looking at shopping. Let's see. So what kind of items we're talking about? 13 items, and another 13 items. Oh, that's a pharmacy pickup. So it looks like it's just one pharmacy and 13 items. So yeah, I can start that. So let me need to take a picture of that. Bixby. Take screenshot. That's how you do it with an Android. This is a Samsung. you have to call it the Bixby app, and it will do whatever. So which way do I go? Yeah, I need to go this way. So yeah, this is the area. This is the area I usually go that way in this. I'm going to this neighborhood. But this is a old DoorDash stomping grounds. Come out here many times. One of my multiple customer that I go to multiple times is over in that direction. So like I said, I've been doing nothing but shopping. There were a couple pickups I had declined. I think I've declined about 3 or 4 today. Y'all be proud. I try and be a little bit more discreet about, especially the Spark. One I took, because it was an incentive, but to get an extra $30 or $40, I've done that. Because that extra $30, $40 surely makes up for, the orders I picked up. They were slightly over water. But yeah, getting ready to head towards the gauntlet. Of course, I'm not door dashing. But this is the last day of the year as of this recording. By the time you see this, it'd be probably almost February, and it'd be past my birthday. I'll be officially 62 next month, which starts tomorrow. So I won't get my first Social Security check until March, because I was born in the middle of January, so I can't officially start the Social Security process until February 1st. But they it's like anything. Your Social Security doesn't start until, for me, February 1st, but I don't get paid until March. Everything's a month behind. So, also recently found out, with today's last day, because I'm going to start reporting FICA and Social Security tax I got paid for as a self-employed person. Because I'm an independent contractor, you filled out those 1099-Cs. So I have to, since I started DoorDash in the middle of the third quarter, I was allowed to wait till past the fourth quarter to pay my tax. Now, here's the interesting thing. According to QuickBooks, I record my mileage, my oil changes to the car, any maintenance on the car. I haven't done I can't do the car payments because it's my personal vehicle. It's not a full business vehicle. But I am using my personal vehicle for business, so I get the mileage. Well, mileage is I get to deduct 70 cents per mile. Well, since I've got high mileage, according to QuickBooks, I don't owe Social Security and FICA tax. Now, I still owe income tax because I made money, right? So that will go part of our whole what we made this whole year, my wife and I, because we file married jointly. So that does not prevent you from not paying income tax, but it does prevent you having to pay the Social Security and FICA tax. So I still have to, from my understanding, I still have to report it, but I have to show, here's what I made, here are my deductions, and so that gets added in there, and then once I get that in, I'll send that information to my tax accountant, along with our personal taxes. Hopefully, get this straightened out. So there is a benefit for some of those high mileage. the tax benefit. But the reason I bring up that subject is I saw in the news, or either Facebook or I can't remember where, but the mileage credit goes up starting tomorrow. So instead of claiming 70 cents a mile, it's 72.5 cents a mile. I think it's part of the big beautiful bill that the Trump administration passed. Along with, I think, the tips that I do, I think just have to see how the 1099 returns I get. Because I think the tips are tax-free up to a certain point, I think. So, new adventures of what's going to happen starting tomorrow, tax season. So I am approaching the gauntlet. So anyway, I'm heading to Walmart and do this the shop, pick up pharmacy and the shopping. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that little 2-item order, but I have to be careful. The app, someone keeps saying, they kept telling me to go back to my previous delivery. And I said, what the hell? I had navigate on the app. They brought up the previous address. I said, it said 15 miles. 15 miles? It was supposed to be like 3 miles. So I'll double check and make sure to clear everything out and all that. And sure enough, eventually. So it's important to always double check the address that's on the app is matching the address on the Google Maps. So, but I went ahead and that's it. I'm done for today. It's 4 o'clock. The sun's going down now. It's going to get dark here real soon. What a day! What a day! So, lots of adventures and misadventures. So. Anyway, heading home, and I'll give a summary of the day. So, see you in a little bit. I'm finally home. It's been a long day, Between burglars, potential burglars in my parents' house, a pig next to downtown Franklin. Oh man, this is a crazy day. And Walmart, when I left this, they're crazy. They're packed. Everybody's getting last minute stuff. So let's get a summary of the day. According to the app, I have daily confirmed earnings of $112.14. I have unconfirmed tips of $33.25. So that's, if I get those tips, that's a $150 a day. That's really good. Let's see how many trips that I did. 1, 2, 6 trips. So yeah, that's going to be helpful because this is a short week. I DoorDashed yesterday, and it was bad, almost as bad, probably worse than my worst dash that I had a video on. So I will Spark. I'm not doing anything New Year's Day. Got to rest. Get a chance to work on some videos, watch some ball games. I'll Spark Friday morning and DoorDash during Friday. I'm not doing anything Saturday, and I'll do Spark all day Sunday. But I'll spend the Spark here in the morning, and then I'll go to Anniston for the afternoon. So, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this adventure we had. If you like this video, please select like. If you enjoy what I do with the channel, I urge you to subscribe to the channel to see future adventures and misadventures that I have here. So anyway, as of this recording is New Year's Eve, so I'm wish everybody a happy New Year, and be safe. Don't drink and drive. Get a designated driver or call an Uber if you're at a party. So anyway, y'all have to enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you later. Bye.